Hey Study Buddy, welcome to Lesson 6 on the Python Study Group with Coach Timothy. Let's talk about string operations and built-in string methods in Python. I'm super excited to guide you through this explainer today, because what we're tackling, it's a true professional superpower. It might sound like just another programming topic, but I promise you, this is the secret sauce that makes everyday software actually work. Okay, let's map out our explainer really quickly. We'll start with Welcome to Lesson 6, then look at why text data matters, explore some real-world string applications, unpack your Python string toolkit, and finally learn how to break it to learn it. We're going to move from this illusion that strings are just, text, to unlocking the actual tools that run modern software.
All right, Section 1. Welcome to Lesson 6, entering the algorithmic arcade.
So at first glance, strings might seem like simple, boring text. I mean, it's just words on a screen, right? But Coach Timothy has this brilliant central thesis. Text is actually the foundation of digital data. Almost everything you interact with starts as a string. That search query you typed in this morning? A string. The social media post you just scrolled past? A string. Your bank transaction log? Yep, you guessed it. Text isn't just some output at the end of a process. It is the raw material of the digital world. Before a computer can, say, analyze a trend, recommend a product, or secure an account, it first has to make sense of the raw text we feed it.
Moving right along to Section 2, Why Text Data Matters, Defeating Messy Data.
It's really easy to fall into the beginner's trap of seeing strings as just simple text. But the professional's reality? It's entirely different. We are talking about critical, messy data here. Customer names, bank transactions, medical records, chatbot conversations, system logs, the whole shebang. Without the right manipulation tools, handling this unpredictable information out in the wild would be painfully slow, not to mention incredibly error-prone. Think about the typos, the weird symbols, the mismatched formatting. Imagine trying to manually capitalize 10,000 customer names, or, removing accidental spaces from thousands of email addresses. It's an absolute nightmare. And that, my friends, is exactly why we rely on Python.
Which brings us to Section 3, Real-World String Applications, the Industry World Map.
Look at how universal this toolkit actually is. If you're a data analyst, you're constantly cleaning up data sets, right? Removing accidental double spaces or splitting a single full name column into separate first and last name columns so the data can actually be sorted. If you're a banking developer, you're rigorously verifying that emails and account details follow exact security formats before you ever save them to a database. Or over in e-commerce, you're structuring chaotic products catalogs so customers can actually search for what they want and get accurate results. String methods really are the invisible gears turning behind the scenes of literally every app you use.
And this builds even further as we look at more complex fields. In healthcare, standardizing patient records ensures a doctor finds the right file instantly, which can literally save lives. Over in human resources, it automates massive payroll systems. But look at those last two. Cybersecurity analysts literally cannot detect threats without inspecting massive, millions of lines long text log files for suspicious login attempts. And artificial intelligence? There is no way engineers can train modern chatbots or recommendation systems without first using string operations to scrub millions, sometimes billions of pieces of text. Text preparation isn't just some chore, it is the absolute prerequisite to artificial intelligence.
All right, Section 4, your Python String Toolkit, Unlocking the Power-Ups.
Today's lesson is really about mastering this specific built-in inventory. Think of built-in methods like replace, split, find, strip, upper, and lower as your essential utility belt. Need to locate a specific error code in a giant document? Use find. Need to cut away those invisible trailing spaces a user accidentally typed into a password field? Strip is your best friend. Want to swap out an old company name for a new one across 1,000 files? Well, that is where replace shines. These built-in methods are exactly how we prepare the world's text so computers can actually process it.
And hey, the toolkit doesn't stop at just the basics. You're also going to unlock advanced, modern Python techniques. You'll learn how to seamlessly format text using f-strings, which, let me tell you, are a total game changer. They let you inject variables directly into your sentences, keeping your code incredibly clean and easy to read. You'll also learn indexing to access individual characters and slicing to extract very precise portions of text. If you want to grab just the domain name from an email address, slicing and splitting are how you isolate exactly what you need without breaking a sweat.
Finally, Section 5, Break It to Learn It, the gameplay loop.
Coach Timothy makes an incredible point here.
He says, "We don't learn concepts simply to pass quizzes. We learn them because they solve real business problems. These aren't just isolated programming concepts you memorize for a test and then forget the next day. They are practical, everyday problem-solving tools. Because every single lesson builds on the previous one, mastering these string operations right now will pay off massively when we tackle databases, web apps, and machine learning later on."
So, how do you truly learn this stuff? It all comes down to a core gameplay loop for experimentation. Step 1, run the given code. Step 2, modify the inputs just to see what shifts. Step 3, intentionally break the code. Seriously, push it until you get an error. Step 4, fix it. And Step 5, observe and really understand why it broke in the first place. You can't just passively read code. Getting your hands dirty, breaking things, and fixing them is the exact bridge that takes you from a beginner to a confident Python professional.
So, study buddy, it is time to stop spectating and start hitting the keys. Experiment, break things, and build them better. But I'll leave you with this final thought. Now that you know strings aren't just simple words on a screen, what kind of real-world problems will you solve when you harness the raw power of text data? Happy coding, and we'll see you in the next explainer.